So welcome to this video, Blea Tarn Lake District, how not to fly a DJI Mini 2. Well, I'm not sure whether it was my fault at all, but this was a video that I made before I lost my drone, and this is what happened. So this is my drone, DJI Mini 2 that I've got. It's here. It's blue and it's yellow and you can't miss it. Got this skin, got my ID on the side of it as well, and launched it from the kind of shore of Blea Tarn on the 2nd of April. Did all my checks, got full GPS lock, and that's what I'm totally perplexed about. And flew it sports mode over the Tarn. Some juddery movements of the camera, it's probably because we were going sports mode, going quite fast. Got it to probably roughly about the centre of the Tarn, and the home location point pinged again. It already pinged at the start at the shore of the Blea Tarn, but then it pinged again, and I was like, what's going on? Anyway, so once I got it to the other side, then my aim was to go to the top of Side Pike that you can see here in the distance, where the sun is just hitting it, and I just wanted to peer over from the top of Side Pike there into the valley below to Clappers Gate and to Dungeon Gill, and I had line of sight from the shore of Blea Tarn all the way to the top of Side Pike, and then obviously once it goes over that there, it's gone and you can't see it. You can only see it on your controller. The interesting thing is that my friend Paul flew his exact same drone without a skin, and he had 26 satellites locked, and I only seem to have only 8 satellites locked. I'm not sure where it's interference, because there's two Mini 2s in the area. I don't know, but what I have found out later on after posting it on a Facebook page that I'd lost my drone is that the MOD sometimes put a GPS blocker on if they're doing low flying in the Lake District. I didn't know this existed, but apparently a good source told me that it does happen, and whether I got a GPS block on that, I don't know. But here at the moment, what you've seen in the video is that it won't go any higher. So I've had to increase my height because it's basically climbing. It still thinks that it's at 380 feet, and is what I probably had it at coming across or there, or just under. And so I'm now trying to raise it now to get over to the gate and to get to the wall and peer over and get a really good shot of a Dungeon Gill and Red Tarn. And we've been here at Blea Tarn since kind of like 5:30 in the morning, and it's roughly about 10 to 8 at the moment. So I thought I'll do my last flight right to the top of it and come back, and I'll go. It's Good Friday. I need to get back for church. Look back here, think, okay, that's where I've come from. It's all still kind of in the shadows, and the sun's kind of nicely moving over. Can I just turn back now, get the height, and get this fantastic shot? All morning we've been getting these cracking shots across Blea Tarn, which you can see on my photographic, on my Facebook page, and on Unsplash and Photo for Me. They're all on there of Blea Tarn. It's my go-to place. I love it. It's so tranquil. But this particular morning, yeah, I didn't think that I'd be climbing up this bit where you see the drone going up in wellies. So okay, I've got the height now, so tremendous view of the valley and over to pay the arc, and just coming just over this wall now. And I've had a few glitches with video, and I get to this point, coming into looking down the valley and think, oh wow, isn't that a great shot? Fantastic. Okay, I can't now see the drone from where I was. Not that you can see it anyway, you can just see a little speck, but roughly you've kind of got a line of sight. I know it's maybe I really don't know what my distance was without looking back at my flight log details, But it pauses here for a second, and here, and here, and I'm thinking, looking at my phone and the monitor, and I'm thinking, I'm losing signal. And then at this point, I've lost signal with the drone, and it just goes black. And I'm like pressing return to home, return to home, return to home, and it's not returning to home. I'm not hearing it, not seeing it coming over. And I only know this now because it's after, and it was on the SD card. But it now just lowers down and hovers for 23 minutes. And the frustrating thing about it is, I'll share the frustrating thing, because I think now I thought I've lost it. Right, it's the wind's blown it's disappeared. So muggins here in my wellies from traipsing through Blea Tarn. I power walk from the shore of Blea Tarn all the way up the road to well, basically up Side Pike from where you're seeing these shots now. And this is shots taken by Paul, a friend who's he's looking for it at the same time he's scouting for it. And you can just see me there at the bottom of the picture walking around. The actual drone is near the tree that is probably, I don't know, 30 metres in front of me. I just can't see it because it's just over a steep bit, and I'm in my wellies and thinking, I'm not going down there in my wellies. So now I'm walking back, because on my on the app, it's saying that my on your Find Your Drone that it's down at the bottom in the marsh, and like me and Paul like, really? But it's gone off. It's completely gone blank at the top of Side Pike, but it's saying that Find My Drone is in this marsh, and me and Paul thought that we could hear the drone coming back, but that wasn't the case. I think we were just hearing things. So now you're seeing me in shot. I'm walking back down at Side Pike, looking at my phone, thinking, it's saying Find My Drone is in this marshland. So I'm walking down in my wellies, slipping all over the place. You can't really see that from Paul's drone shots and drones footage. But I walk down, and yeah, this is what happens next. So now Paul is taking his drone and having another look. He's coming up to the top of Side Pike, and he's panning left and just seeing if it's anywhere near Fat Man's Agony. I mean, really, even from that height, you'd be able to see, you know, this blue and luminous green, yellow drone stick out. You would think so anyway. That's why I got it that colour. So at this point, I'm thinking this drone has completely disappeared. Paul's even thinking it's gone higher and maybe settled down somewhere else. It's got to altitude and then plonked itself down somewhere. But no, still nothing. Paul's now following the wall along, and yeah, still can't see anything obvious, because the actual drone is sat just literally 60, 70 metres from this point to the left, not along this wall, not to the right, not behind. I've missed it, and Paul's completely missed it as well, even from that height. Kind of kicked myself really, because I was probably so close to it when I was at the top, I just didn't see it. But this is exactly where, when I pressed Find My Drone, it said it was. It's updated the home point at the shore of Blea Tarn, then it's updated the home point in the middle of the tarn, and it's updated the home point at the edge of the other side of the tarn, and then that's where it said it was. So do you know what? I spent like an hour looking round this marsh area, exactly where it said it was located, and it wasn't. And then I went over to Paul, who was on the other side of the tarn, and said, Paul, it says it's over there. He says, oh, let's go back and let's have another look. And we spent probably another 20 minutes, half an hour looking for it on this marshland. It was all kind of yeah, well, it's all marshy. Thankfully, it was dry, but at this rate, it was getting on. Well, I'm here at Blea Tarn. It's Saturday, the 3rd of April. Yesterday, I set my drone off from the tarn with full GPS to come to the top of Side Pike. Lost GPS and lost video feed and nowhere to be seen. Looked up there, looked in all the marsh where it said on Find My Drone it was, but it couldn't have been because I flew it from there up to the top of the ridge behind me, had video feed and then just went. Lost all remote control on the app via my phone. So I'm going up to the top of Side Pike today to try and find it. Don't care what state it's in, just want the video, the SD card back. So I'm going to venture up here to see if I can see it. It's like a needle in a haystack, it could be anywhere. But I'm going to try. So I've got to the top of Side Pike and I've come to the last place I lost video feed. I was here yesterday, couldn't see it, and I've gone and found it. And I can't see if you can, yeah, it's just where that tree is in the distance. So I'm going to go down here, which is very, very steep. But chuffed to bits that I found it. So I've found it. It's in one piece, which is a miracle. So it's just hovered for 20 minutes after losing GPS. Wow. Whether it works or not when I get home is another matter. It should do, but I've got everything, which is great. So thank you everyone for looking, really appreciate it. But no one would have found it where I found it, right on a steep ridge on the other side of Side Pike. So this is what was on the SD card when I actually found the drone. Woohoo! It was 23 minutes of this, basically, until the battery died. So that's what I saw, and I'm so glad to have it back. So I got in touch with DJI about seeing if they could fix this problem, whether it was a GPS fault or not. Anyway, for a number of emails going back and forward with DJI support, I had to submit a manual flyaway, even though it had not flown away. I got DJI refresh with it. I paid the DJI refresh rate to get another drone, and I've got another drone and battery. So I've got 2 DJI drones now, and so what I'm going to do, I'm either going to keep this as spares, just in case, there's quite a lot of spare parts on it, or I'm just going to sell it as it is with a battery. So I don't know what you think I should do, whether you think I should sell it or whether I should just keep it as spares. Tell me what you think in the comments section. And for the life of me, I do not know why the GPS failed. I only had 7 satellites and Paul had 26, exactly the same drone, exactly the same location. Yeah, I can't work it out. I'm not an experienced drone pilot by any stretch of the imagination, but neither am I not a novice either. I've been doing it for a few months and I've clocked my hours up, and yeah, I'm totally puzzled why this ever happened. And rather than just keep this and keep flying it and think, actually, I'm not sure, there's might be a GPS problem. Some people have said it's because of the vinyl, but the vinyl's plastic, it's not metallic. I'm just not confident in using this drone again. I'd had it out a couple of weeks ago on at Westwater in West Cumbria, and it seemed to be okay for a while, but then wouldn't go as far as I wanted it, and started losing GPS and only had 7 satellites linked again. So I'm at a loss really to what's wrong with that. So I'm just going to park it and leave it. If I did sell it, it wouldn't be for the full price that I would expect if it was completely brand new. And I might just flag out that it's got some GPS problems. Well, there you go. That's my Mini 2 fail. And yeah, hope you've hope you have enjoyed watching this video. If you have, please like and subscribe this video. That would be brilliant if you could. And I'm not a drone fanatic. I love having a drone because I can take some different photographs. I'm a photographer and love capturing landscapes here in the Lake District, and I hope you do too as well. And hopefully I'll be posting a few more videos. I have delayed this video because I didn't know the outcome and wanted to make sure that I got the outcome and the other drone back, and also a new one before I release this video. Hope you've enjoyed it. Take care. Bye for now.